Smythe, and here are his odds, right? He started at plus 275. McDavid is now a minus 5,000 favorite to win the MVP of the Stanley Cup playoffs, compared to plus 1,800 entering Game 4 with the Oilers trailing 3-0. Here's McDavid yesterday talking about Game 7.
It's not your ordinary game. Everybody understands that, but you got to make it as ordinary as possible in your head. I think part of that is just sticking to your routine. Our room has done a great job of being at our best in these big moments.
The whole season comes down to one game. Like at home, how could you not be so jacked up for this? This is absolutely incredible opportunity. So it's probably gonna be the loudest rink I've ever been in my life.
PK Subban and Emily Kaplan join us now. PK, I'm so happy to see that Mark Messier is no longer chasing you with the Stanley Cup. This has been an amazing series of ups and downs, 3-0, and now we're tied going into Game 7. To you, PK, what was the turning point of this series?
There's no doubt it was in Game 4. I mean, to lose 8-1 and to have all of Edmonton's depth players, Warren Foegele, Janmark, Adam Henrique, all of them get involved and get on the score sheet was a monumental moment for the Edmonton Oilers, because until that point, Connor McDavid was the only guy really going for Edmonton, creating and skating through the middle of the ice. But they found some open ice. Florida did not take care of the middle of the ice, did not take care of the puck, did not manage the game defensively, and all of these rush chances ended up in the back of their net. And the game ended with all of Edmonton's depth players feeling confident, and to me, that was the turning point in the series.
Emily, you're so fired up. You're already in the arena. What was the turning point for you in this series? Do you see it exactly as PK does?
First one here for the record. It began in Game 4 for me, but it was the two games where Connor McDavid went God mode with back-to-back 4-point nights. This is a player that was built for this moment. You start to realize this is his moment. I mean, we've been talking about this kid since he was 8, 9 years old. He got exceptional status. Sidney Crosby used to watch his highlights on YouTube. That's how good he is. But he's been in the league 9 years. He's so thirsty to win, and he hasn't been able to win yet. So to do what he's been able to do on this stage, break Wayne Gretzky's assist record against the best defensive team in hockey, who had shut down so many stars to this point, Kucherov, Pasternak, Panarin, but McDavid is different, this moment is different, and that's when I realized, okay, something special is cooking here.
Okay, PK, what are we saying tomorrow about Connor McDavid if he's able to lead them to this comeback?
Oh, immortality. I mean, to come back from 3-0 and do something in the Stanley Cup Final that Wayne Gretzky hasn't done, Mario Lemieux hasn't done, instantly puts him into the Hall of Fame, but it also puts him into a select group of all-time greats. And maybe, just maybe, when his career's all done, and you see him putting guys in the McBlender right there, maybe when his career's all done, it puts him at the top of the list. This guy is great. He's already one of the all-time greats, but to complete this comeback would definitely put him in the category of immortality as far as NHL and sports greats go for me.
All right, Emily,
No
so
doubt.
now Connor McDavid is home appliances. He's already in the Hall of Fame. He's going to be immortal, but he can't win this all on his own. Who else needs to step up for the Oilers to have an opportunity to take home the Stanley Cup?
Well, I look at Leon Draisaitl. I mean, Leon Draisaitl sometimes plays second fiddle to Connor McDavid, but if he was on any other team, he'd probably be their unquestioned #1 star player. And multiple times in these series, Leon Draisaitl has said, I'm not happy with my play. I know I have another level to give. I mean, this is a guy that, to this point, had been a player built for the playoffs and had so many great moments, but in this final series just doesn't look off. Privately, his coach, Chris Knobloch, has told me multiple times that he thinks Leon is just on the cusp of a breakout game. He looked good last game, had an incredible assist to Warren Foegele, a new line mate for him. So tonight could be Leon Draisaitl's night.
PK, listen, you got your Miami Vice chest out. You're trying to figure out whether you want to zip the shirt, keep the shirt, keep the shirt unzipped. I do want to ask you this question. When you think about this series being up 3-0 and now Edmonton going on this run to tie it up, how do you refocus if you're the Panthers to find a way to win this game, especially after a blowout in last game?
RC, you know this. Defense wins championships. This is their second year being in the Stanley Cup Final, and what's gotten you there is playing solid defense. They are the best defensive team in the league. You don't get to the Stanley Cup Final in any sport, but especially in hockey, you don't get to the Stanley Cup Final if you don't know how to play defense. They got to get back to their game. That means get in on the forecheck, ground and pound their D. Make sure that you're playing responsible hockey. Take care of the puck. Manage it through the neutral zone in the middle of the ice, especially when Edmonton's top players are out there. Manage Edmonton's speed through the neutral zone, off of the cycle. The Florida Panthers have to be tough to play against. Matthew Tkachuk said it earlier in the year that, listen, our style is very demanding. It's a hard style to play against, but we'd rather play our style than have to play against our style. And they need to get back to being a tough team to play against. If they get the puck deep, get in on their forecheck, are responsible with their F3, make sure they stay above their outs, they'll be fine.
Okay, Emily, now PK's talking about this defense and being tough. So you have to stay cool and calm and collected when teams are starting to ramp up the defense and the physicality. How have the Edmonton Oilers sort of tapped into their zen to find some of that championship spirit?
So I was around the team yesterday talking to some of the guys, and veteran Adam Henrique told me even when we were down 0-3, it looked a lot different from the outside than it felt inside the room. This is a team that always felt like they were in this series no matter what the score said. And Zach Hyman has said multiple times it's our unshakable belief in ourselves. And that's a message that came from their sports psychologist and mental coach. His name is George Mumford. He was actually Phil Jackson's guy, and he worked with the Bulls and the Lakers. And the Oilers CEO, Jeff Jackson, not related, was reading his book before the season and was like, wait, if he helped MJ and Pippen and Kobe and Shaq, we have Connor and Leon. We need this guy.